Hi everyone, it's me Leigh with Victorian Dreams by Leigh, and I have a tutorial and there's several out there, but I went ahead and made some and changed it up a little. So let's make a pop-up card. And actually Gracie, a sweet friend of mine, is the one that changed the pattern around to fit her. I looked at quite a few on YouTube and they're out there and they're beautiful. This is not my idea. And they were all in different measurements and I wanted inches. And then Gracie was making one and I'm like, oh my God, I fell in love with it. So I'm going to make one. So let's get started. Well, actually, let me show you the ones I made and then we'll get started. So this is an Anna Griffin paper. This is her paper line, and you can barely see the roses back here. And here is this one, and these are all Anna Griffin 2-layer pieces, paper, ephemera, and her stuff. And I'll show you that in just a minute. And there's the inside of the card, and there's the back. So there's one. I'm going to lay it down because I'm thinking that's the best way for you to see it, but I'll lay it down. So here is another Anna Griffin. The paper is actually authentique, but all the rest of the pieces are Anna Griffin. And this is the one we're going to make. We're going to make a 1-sheet pop-up card instead of this is 1, 2, 3. So it will be quicker, easier, but you can do both the way I show you. This one I rounded the corners, and there's the inside, and there's the back. So there's that one. This one is, let me see if I have the paper line close enough to show you. I do. I think it is Kaiser Craft. This is the paper line for Kaiser Craft. Does it say the name of the paper? It doesn't say the name. I don't have the name of it. It's Kaiser Craft, and it had the ephemera with the package. So that's what that is. I'm sorry, I wasn't prepared for that. So here is this one, and see the difference. See the difference with the ephemera and different things. And this is the 2-layer, and I used ink, Tim Holtz ink on the edges. And you see this right here flopping is a plastic piece like this. And you save it from when you're using dinner pieces or salads or whatever, and you cut that out. But when you glue this, with the hot glue, because all these are in place with hot glue. Hot glue, blow it off a little because this will melt. There is stronger pieces. Like, see, I saved, cheese came in that, so I saved it. So this is a stronger piece. This is better than that one, but they'll both work. So you got to now go say, okay, let me go and not throw everything away. So here's that one, and then I have one more project share to show you, and it's all about Tim Holtz. So let's move these. Kaiser Craft, Anna Griffin, and this is Tim Holtz. This is Tim Holtz paper. This is his ephemera, the flower one and the people one. I really wanted that Christmas one, and I never could find it. But hopefully this Christmas he'll put it back out there. See how the butterfly is on that plastic piece? And so that's what it looks like. This is the back, but this is the 1-sheet paper line. So yeah, let's get started. So let's see here. So here is the authentique paper line that I showed you with this one. I always feel like I'm in a rush, and I'm not going to rush. I'm just going to enjoy the process, and you can put me on number 2 and speed me up, and then I'll be talking like this. So anyway, here is the paper line. And here's the one I chose for the one I just showed you. The only thing you have to remember is when you're using a pattern like the hearts right here, you want them to go the right direction. Okay, so this will be the bottom part. Let me re-show you. Okay, so these hearts are going the right direction when I'm looking at it. And when I say bottom is the flip side. So, but you notice here the hearts stood up and they're going the wrong direction. And that didn't bother me because once you look at it and cover it up, you don't notice it. I bet you didn't notice it until I pointed it out about this 1, 2 hearts. Other than that, there you go. So that's what I mean by that. And we'll walk through that. So here is the paper line through Authentique that I got. Oh, that's so pretty. At the expo, I think. And I'm lucky enough to be able to live in the Dallas area and go to the expos. Now, this is what I was going to make today, was use the paper I'm fixing to use and cut these out on a red template and put these on here. But I just said, you know, I'm not going to decorate the whole box. I'm just going to show you how to do the box. Unless you want to hang out and I stay longer and we decorate the whole box. We could do that. So, okay, we got a 12 by 12 piece of paper and we cut 8 inches off. So now it is 12 inches by 8 inches. Okay, so here's the measurements. Pop-up box, 8 inches by 12, heavy cardstock, the heaviest you can. Now, if you have beautiful paper that you really like, then use the white, the black, the tan, red, solid is what I should say. And then you can put panels in. This is, you know, either way. And if you do the panels, then they would be 2 3/4 by 3 3/4, but we'll go over that. So we're doing the pop-up, and your paper is 8 by 12, and we have extra paper, and we use that. Okay, so let's do that. So now let's score it. And if you don't have a scoreboard, because I was hanging out with my friend Misty last night, and she has a scoreboard, but it was too small. So I said, no, don't give up. Use your ruler. So you would measure 4 inches. Let's see. You would measure 4 inches here, and you would measure 4 inches here, and put a tick mark. Line that ruler up, and then use your score. Like this. You would use either this or the tool, your scoring, and you would do it that way. So it is all doable if you have a ruler. So on the 8 inches wide, let's go to the 4 and score and go all the way off the page. Okay, so now let's rotate it back to the 12 wide, and we are now going to score. See, 8 inches wide, score at 4 inches, 12 wide, score at 3, 6, and 9. So we're going to do 3, 6, and 9. And I always like to hold my paper because it will move. Okay, so why we have the scoreboard out? We, as in I, went ahead and cut 4 off the extra paper that we had. So you kind of do need to use a 12 by 12. But if you use white, you know, you can use an 8 by 8 and then just use scrap paper to get this. So we have 4 1 inch wide by 4 inches long. Okay, so one of them we are going to score right down the middle on the half. So we're going to score that right down the middle, put that to the side. The other 3 we're going to score at 1/2 inch on both sides. So let's just rotate it. Okay, so that would be a 1/2 inch and 3 1/2. Okay, so do 3 1/2 and a 1/2, do all 3 of them. And then we're going to put the scoreboard up. We've already put up our trimmer, and now all we need is tape and scissors or glue. you can use glue. So let's put that up. Okay. All right. Let's put the little strips to the side. And also you can distress it with ink, but I'll tell you when. Okay, so far I think we're up to date. If you use solid paper with your panels, the panels are 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. If you use a corner rounder, the size would be smaller for the inside, for this inside panel. But this is what you want it to look like, but I don't want to use white. I just want to use, because I just want to do it with one sheet. So before we fold any of this, I have to look at my back paper and I'm like, okay, so if I cut it, which side do I want to be the pretty color? I actually want this to be the outside. So I'm going to cut it with, looking at this is going to fold down. I'm looking at it, but it's going to fold down. So we're going to cut each of these score lines to the half mark, okay? But don't fold anything yet. That's the tricky part, because you want that one to be stiff. So let's just cut. Cut. Kind of hard to see, or I need glasses. This could even be Glue Gun Chronicles. Okay, so now this is going to be standing like this. So this is, you want to fold the first one, okay? You want to fold the second one. You do not want to fold this one because that is your top piece. And you want it to have structure and stand up. So you don't want to fold. See how that one is not folded and it's got the structure? So you don't fold that one. Thank you, Gracie, for all these tips. And you fold the last one, okay? So now we'll lay it down and we fold that one in. Then we fold the next one in. So it's kind of like in half. Then we fold this one back to me. Now the hard work's done. There's our box, okay? So the hard work is done. So see how this is my flap. That's my inside. This is facing down. That one is upside down because it's up, you got to turn it upside down. So there you go. There is that. So that's easy. So now we're going to find, okay, this is when you would take your ink and you would go over your edges. I'm not going to do that right now, but this is when you would want to go over your edges. So go over all the edges and don't forget this back one. Okay, so I want to save time, so I don't need to do that. So let's get my score tape out. Okay, and remember the one that's scored in half all the way down? So let's go ahead and fold that. And let me fold it let me fold it the other way, like this, so that the pink will match. If there's any showing, it will match this right here and that. So now let's just put score tape. I would do this double, but with me just showing you, I'm only going to do one. But I would fill that all up because that holds it together. Or you could use glue. Some people use glue and score tape. Okay, so that's really in there. I'm going to take just a hair off so that it fits in there really nicely, just in case any score lines or anything are off. So let's take our tape off on both sides. Okay. So now we're going to line this up right on that edge. And this is our hinge. This is called a hinge, and this is our hinge. We put it right on that edge, okay? And it's on there. So now we just take this piece, and it's folded there, and we're just going to line it up. Now, you can go ahead and put these tabs inside, but I struggled with that and I couldn't get them the right direction, and I'm not comfortable with that. But some people put them 1, 2, 3, but put them in this first panel where the score is, put them 1, 2, 3, and only about, let's see how high up. That first color there would be a 1/4 inch down, a 1/4 of an inch, not a half, but a 1/4. But that made me uncomfortable. I just couldn't get them lined up. So just now, let's line this paper up. Let me move my finger. Okay, so we lined that paper up, and we push really hard, and there's your box. See the inside? You won't ever see that inside, because when you're looking at this one, you can't see in unless I'm like, okay, look. So, okay, so there's our box, and we can now corner around the sides real quick. If you corner around the sides after you ink, you probably need to re-ink the corners. So, and this box feels a little flimsy right now because we haven't put the straps in. But we're going to do this, the straps right now. So let's square it up. So now the straps. Okay. So we are going to fold them in. I want to fold this one back because I want the color to match. And then this one is pink. I'm going to fold them in. But you'll figure it out once I walk you through this. Okay, so now let's put tape. I'm going to do double. Sorry, I cut myself right here on my finger. I'm going to go ahead and put the tape on all 3 of these tabs on the strap part. I was cutting an avocado, and like seen on TV, they take that knife and they put the knife real hard into the seed and then pop the seed out with the knife. Well, it didn't work. It just popped me on the hand. So I had a Band-Aid on it, but that Band-Aid, I couldn't feel my finger to work on a craft and do this. So I'm sorry about that. Guys, as soon as we take this down, you have your box, and all you have to do is decorate. Sweet Gracie and Misty put lace on it. They layered it up beautifully. Okay, so see how this light pink matches the inside? That's why I'm having it face me, and when you look in, even if you happen to see it, it looks very coordinating. Now, if you just use solid paper, you won't have to fuss over any of this. So let's take those tabs. Let's take the strips off the tape. Thank God for this Tim Holtz tool. It's like an ice pick way back when, but they don't sell ice picks anymore because they are dangerous. Okay, so I'm going to fold this one in. I'm going to take this piece, and it's going to touch this wall in the front right here because I want it to be straight, and I'm going to go about a 1/2 inch. Well, I'm going to do 1/4 inch down, eyeballing it. And so let me show you. So can you see? Let's see if you can see it. And then this one, if you just put it and be light with it, it will fall into place. And then we glue that one there, tape it. So There's that one. Well, actually, it's not up against the wall. And it doesn't matter, but because I'm telling you how to do it, I want to do it right. It doesn't matter because you're only going to put decorations on it. Okay, so now it's where it needs to be. So now let's take the back one that I said fold backwards. But see how the pink is showing and it will still fade with that. Now let's take this one where the red is facing backwards where you won't see it. And we'll peel these off. And if you don't have ephemera, then make roses with your die machine, make little florets, and hold it up with straws. Okay, so now we're going to take it and we're going to push it towards the back, pushing it on that back wall. We're going to try to be about as level as you can. You will never see these straps, so don't fret if they're uneven. And when you're putting the decorations on, you adjust to where you want it. So there's 2 of them. That's how I like doing it. Other people put them all in at one time. I was struggling with that. So now let's take these off and we're done. And then you can just decorate it. Decorating takes a long time in my eyes because I'm always saying layers. I want this one to be higher than that one. So we have them facing forward only because I want that pink to be facing me. So all I'm going to do is now put it in the middle of these 2 and try to be in the middle between the 2. And if it's not, then I'll use pop dots to raise it further forward or vice versa. And I'll show you what I mean in just a second. So let's push them down. Okay, so there it is. So I was lucky enough to buy these years ago from QVC. Not even HSN, but QVC, when Anna Griffin was with QVC. That's how old these are. And it's a beautiful roses. And I got 250 of them. And they're 2-dimensional pop dotted. And I got these for like $7. And I thought it was expensive back then. Now this I'm not going to use. It kind of faded in. Maybe the red ones would be the better color to show you. So, try to figure out what you want to put in the back. Pop dot it. Like this one right here. This is on pop dots. So it's raised off that card. Okay. Then this is where I use the hot glue. Say I want to put it on this back strap. You know, it might only be that much on the back strap. And I hot glue it in place. And first I always just say, what do I want here? So I kind of like lay it here. What do I want here? Then what other rows do I want? I start on one side, then alternate to the other side, and then back and forth. And just do it by size. The small to the front and the larger stuff to the back so that you can see it. And then either make your own sentiment or use what you can cut out of papers and put them on the outsides. And if for some reason this feels flimsy or you happen to fold that, not a problem. Look at the Tim Holtz one. See how I had a sentiment from actually Anna Griffin's sentiments, and these are his, and I pop dotted them on the side, but I started with the small and then went higher. I didn't put anything on this one because I love that paper so much that I didn't want to take away from the paper. But you can put something on this back one, and don't forget to use those plastic strips. But remember, see here, I had folded it by mistake. So I took a piece of paper from my leftover strip from our 12 by 12 that we cut down to 8 inches, and I just put it right there on that seam, and it isn't even a half an inch strip, but it is 4 inches long, the size of the box, and I made that sturdy, and you would have never seen it if I wouldn't have told you. So there you go. I hope you like this, and I can't tell you everything about layering. You just have to figure out where you want it, okay? Just the highest is in the back, and then the shortest. And look, I put this heart on the clear stick, and I stuck it to the back of the strap. But then I said, well, I want to hide the clear stick, strip. So I then got this, and I pop dotted it a couple of times and put it on the front of that first strap. So you just have to, and then this one is just glued straight to it. So you have to figure out what you like and what you see. But see how this is hiding the second one. So you kind of want the front ones to hide the second one and all. And then I pop dotted this, which you can see. I could trim that, but you know. Now see how this one is paneled 2 times? I also made one where it is a full panel, and it makes that much sturdier. You know, can you see what I'm saying here? See how it makes, but this one is much sturdier than this one. So let me give you that measurement while you're here with me, and then I would love to see you post in Glue Gun Chronicles what you made. So it is 7 3/4 long by 2 3/4. So if you want the long panel, okay, where's my pencil? The long panel is 7 3/4 by 2 3/4. Okay, and it does make it stronger. I will have these notes, so if you need them, if you want to slow down and write them, then go ahead. I can take a picture of this and put it in Glue Gun Chronicles. So, you know what? I just had an idea. Let's make this, we already know what we're doing for February. We're doing roses and Glue Gun Chronicles on Facebook. We are doing crayons, because I've already bought the crayons and I've already made it, and Shelly, sweet Shelly's already made me my sign for it. We're doing crayons for March, April. Shelly, remind me that we are making a pop-up card for April. Okay? So this is the biggest, hardest project I've asked you to do. But I think you can do it, and you can do it with 1 sheet of paper or up to 3, because this one is 3. So, all right, I am going to get off of here, and I'm going to say thank you for following me, and you're always also sweet. And all my links are down below. I really want you to come join the fun and get the nice prizes. There is a video that I talk about where you get all the sweet, beautiful prizes that I have picked out through for the whole year. It is going to be a random prize package. I am not going to figure out who wants what and who needs what. They're already in bags, and all I have to do, sealed up, and all I have to do is put your address on it. So I really hope you like these projects that I made, and this is not a good way to show them laying down. Let me see. Can I hold them up? So there are my projects. And maybe if I separate these, y'all can see them better, because I'm going to try to make a picture for my video here. Let's see if it'll do it. I don't know. Isn't those really pretty? So guess what, guys? I'm making this video on Thursday. It's the weekend. The weekend's going to be my birthday, and I'm not posting this until Monday the 12th, the day after my birthday. So my mom is getting all these, and I'm surprising her and going to Florida for the weekend. So, hi, Mom, surprised. Did I surprise you? I'm going to go see my family, my daughter. So look, guys, I'm so happy to make these for her. She's going to love them, and she's able to gift them to other people. So yeah, I hope she likes them. I hope you like this video. All right, guys, I've been talking. See, this only really took 15 minutes. Most of the time I was just chit-chatting with you. So all my links are down below. And so go join my Glue Gun Chronicles Facebook group. I have Victorian Dreams blog on Facebook. If you don't want to be in the group, but you still want to get the measurements, a lot of images that I share, and all my updates, then just join that. But I mean, who doesn't want to win a nice prize? And so, yeah, and I'm on Pinterest, I'm on Instagram. I have the cabin life, where we're building the cabin and building all our stuff at the property at the lake. You can follow me there. If you ever just need to talk to me or ask a question, just message me, and I'll find it on Facebook. Facebook is the best way, or comment down below in the box. So I hope you like this. I do. So have a great night. Hit that bell so you know what I'm up to. Bye, guys. Gracie just popped in on Skype, so now I'm going to tell her I just talked about her. Woo-woo. Bye, guys.